Hello, I'm Janet Schober. Welcome to this special edition of Northrop Today. Our advanced tactical fighter, the YF-23, was presented to the American public for the first time. A press conference was held at Edwards Air Force Base, providing the media with the opportunity to take pictures and ask questions. In this special edition, you'll see and hear expanded coverage of the day's events. Let's watch.
I think it's great that the world will finally be able to see this wonderful airplane we've built. You know, it looks really nice.
I'm very excited that the aircraft will be exposed to the world.
I'm more than anxious to see my kids' eyes light up as to him seeing the aircraft for the first time.
After looking at the artist's conception in the paper of our airplane and the competitors, I think ours just looks a hell of a lot better.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the public introduction of the YF-23 prototype air vehicle, which will compete to be the Air Force and Navy Advanced Tactical Fighter. Leading the corporate team which has developed the YF-23 prototype air vehicle is Northrop Corporation. Here today to speak on their behalf is Northrop President and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Kent Kressa.
The advanced tactical fighter prototypes you are about to see came to being in just 44 months. That is so quick, it may sound too easy. It may look too easy. It wasn't. Great aircraft aren't built by money or by corporations. They're built by people. And this ATF has been built by thousands of people at Northrop in California and Mac Air in St. Louis, and men and women at suppliers and subcontractors all over the country. They can't all be here today, but they are specially represented here today in the person of Mike Murphy, Operations Manager at Northrop's Production Development Center. Mike is the man directly responsible for the fabrication and assembly of the YF-23. Mike represents the dedication, the creativity, and the sheer determination of thousands of people who brought this together in just 44 months. Creating a revolution in air power, in industrial capability, is a remarkable opportunity to see individuals, organizations, corporations, and military services working at their best in their own ways and working together as a creative team. The Advanced Tactical Fighter program has been that kind of an effort, and its success in bringing this aircraft to the world today is in the best demonstration of what cooperation can be. And now, I am honored, on behalf of the entire team, to present the YF-23, the first prototype of America's advanced tactical fighter.
peace dividend is coming due today, it is there in no small part because of the wise investments in the past in the military forces. Today, we're beginning the process to consider another peace investment. Not an investment which will pay off this year, but in the next decade and in the next century. And today, we are taking the opportunity to formally make public the YF-23, which we are preparing for flight. It is not just an aircraft. It is an investment in security and freedom for all of us.
This airplane is truly a fighter pilot's dream. With the Advanced Tactical Fighter, the Air Force will not only be able to break what used to be called the sound barrier, Mach 1, but for the very first time we'll be able to cruise there without excessive range sacrifice. And we'll be breaking the aircraft generation barrier, because truly the B-2 and the ATF are the next generation of aircraft.
From an ATF perspective, I believe that the Congress of the United States will support Secretary Cheney's position. Now, this is not going to come easy. There'll be a lot of battles and there'll be a lot of fights and there's going to be a lot of opinions. But from a personal point of view, I believe that they will recognize the significance of this program and that we will be funded and we will continue on the course of action that the MAR has established for ours.
Well, today was a great day for all of us. A lot of people were involved in this. We put a lot of hours in, both at Hawthorne and up here at Edwards. We're finally ready to show it to the world, and there it is.
Employees here at the Aircraft Division and throughout the corporation are justifiably proud of this next generation fighter aircraft. We especially want to extend our congratulations to all those division employees who have worked on this program and to their teammates at McDonnell Douglas. That's it for today's show. Thank you for watching.
The low-speed tests, we're only going to go up to a maximum of 30 knots ground speed. And we will evaluate how the airplane handles on the ground. We will evaluate the nose wheel steering to give the pilot a feel for how the airplane will handle when he has to taxi out for first flight. Paul is an important part of our evaluation. He's the one that will give us his evaluation of how the airplane handles. And Paul has been doing a lot of preparation for this, the low-speed and high-speed taxi tests at MacAir's ground-based simulators where we've been doing a lot of our low-speed ground handling simulation. A lot of the work that Paul has done there will be give him the feeling for the airplane so that the first time he gets in the airplane he has an idea how it's going to handle. But he will verify that now during our taxi tests.
Well, we're looking at the operation of the nose wheel steering and the brakes predominantly today. And as you might imagine, they're a bit more complex than your car steering and brakes. So we have a number of different modes that we operate in. And we tested all those modes today, and it was extremely successful. The airplane is a solid performer and taxies very well. Brakes are excellent. We had a blistering 30 knots, which is about 35 miles an hour. But that's a normal build-up approach that we use in flight tests. And we start there and, of course, build up to higher speeds, which we'll be doing very soon. I've been looking forward to this for 4 years, and a first flight for all my life. So for me, it's just the threshold of some very exciting times that we're going to have together as a team.
Low-speed taxi was a major milestone for us because it did allow us to check the dynamics of the aircraft under its own power and moving down the runway. 1530 was a definite crawl before you walk. It was a meaningful test in terms of demonstrating the dynamics of the aircraft.
We did a very quick turnaround, as you mentioned, and went back out to do the 90 knot taxi test in the same day. The airplane performed well. We came back from the 60 knot with no pilot squawks. That's almost unheard of. The airplane was flawless.
Lieutenant Schober. Welcome to this very special edition of Northrop Today. The day we've worked and waited for finally arrived yesterday when the first flight of our YF-23 Advanced Tactical Fighter took place in front of Northrop Today cameras. This maiden flight is the result of thousands of hours of work by a dedicated team of men and women from both Northrop and Mac Air. Using the words of the people involved, here is a capsule of recent activities that led up to this historic event.
The big one being the development contract for the ATF, the Advanced Tactical Fighter, the jet of tomorrow that will...
On behalf of the entire team, to present the YF-23.
It's something that we get very excited about, and it's hard when you can't tell anybody about it, and now we'll be able to tell them all.
It's a real experience to see the airplane built from just parts to what we're going to show today, and it's a fantastic feeling to roll it out and to know that you know every little nook and cranny and nut and bolt in that airplane.
We have little pieces of blood, sweat, tears, frustration.
I think every employee working on the program will feel that they're up there with it.
Put a lot of years here, 8.5 years into designing and developing it, and I feel like it's my own baby.
Stay out here. It is very thrilling, very satisfying. I look upon this as the highlight of my career.
Heading ground, ghost test is coming out of Site 23 for taxi.
Ghost test taxi approved to 22.
I'm part of all this. There's something about me that is flying in that aircraft.
I'd be scared to death, but I wish I could get up in that thing.
Take time off.
Behind the scenes in the mission control room, all the support people that are there are looking at their individual systems and making sure one last time that everything is working well. And then they collectively poll themselves and determine if they've got a thumbs up condition. And that's passed them in, we're ready to go. We leave the landing gear down to we're safely at altitude and we're assured that we have time enough to handle any emergencies. And then in fact on the first flight we will retract the landing gear. The landing phase is probably the toughest part. It contains the most unknowns. It's the part that you want to pull off well. Again, a very intense concentration at that point, trying to fly it on smoothly onto the ground. I've been looking forward to this for 4 years, and a first flight for all my life. The truth of the matter is you don't get there alone. I get there because of other people, and our achievements on first flight are due to a lot of people. So I don't pretend to think that I achieved my dream alone, and that's the thing that people should remember. It's never a solitary achievement. It's an achievement of a group of people. And that's what we did today.